afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another Market Movers. Today is March the 23rd, 2021. And before we jump into things here, I wanted to let you know that I do have some links in the description for my Patreon account and a TCG Player affiliate link. And both of those will really help me create more content. Now, Camel from Arabian Nights starting things off up with 49% from $5.15 to $7.68, seeing new all-time highs. And I couldn't find any reason for this going up, apart from the fact that it's an Arabian Nights card. You know, smaller print run, very hard to find near mint copies of this card on the market. Next up is Gale Rider Sliver, another sliver here today. This is the Magic 2014 sliver, up 52.49% from $14.27 to $21.76. Now, this card was an absolute bomb in Standard when it was out, and there is a lot of decks that are utilizing this sliver. Most recently, a Commander Sliver Overlord deck and a First Sliver deck, and also even a Modern Sliver deck. Argothian Pixies from Antiquities, a card that we've seen frequent this list a lot in the past couple of weeks. This is up 52.71%, seeing another new all-time high day from $18.99 to $29. And yes, it is in one Commander deck, a Multani Marrow Sorcerer deck that is registered on MTG Goldfish. Lord of the Pit, the revised version of this card, up 53.47% from $7.78 to $11.94. Now, this is a very iconic card, printed originally in Alpha and Beta, and there is no decks that are using this, but this is the original art from Alpha and Beta, and for that reason, I think it's just an iconic card that people want to hold. Next up is Insurrection from Plane Chase. This is up 53.74% from $12.02 to $18.48, seeing new all-time highs. Now, this is an absolute bomb in a Commander, which is where it sees most of its play, most recently in an Obeka Brood Chronologist deck. Okay, next up on the list we have is Hex Drinker. This is from Modern Horizons. It was only ever printed once, and it is a mythic, so there's not a lot of copies on the market. This is up 59.10% today from $10.17 to $16.18. And it does see a lot of play in Legacy, Teamer Delver, and even Modern Jun's Death Shadow. But also, it sees a fair bit of Commander play as well, which is also pushing the price up right now. Next up on the list is Bomb Squad. This is a rare from Odyssey, up 65.82% from $1.58 to $2.62, seeing new all-time highs. Now, this card used to be a bulk rare, but not so much anymore because it has 18 decks that use it, Magda Brazen Outlaw decks. 18 of them are registered MTG Goldfish that utilize this card. All right, next up on the list is Revelation from Legends. This beautiful card is up 74.31% from $114.74 to $200, seeing new all-time highs. The artwork on this card is absolutely stunning. Loved the stained glass look, very, very angelic. This is seeing a little bit of play in Commander. Most recently, a Prime Speaker Vanifar deck that has this card in there. Next up on the list is Strip Mine. This is the Uneven Horizon art. This is from Antiquities, up 75.97% from $136.10 to $239.49, seeing new all-time highs. Now, this card is seeing some play, mostly in Vintage and Golos stacks and Sultai midrange, but of course it sees a lot of play in Commander too, as this is one of those lands you can pretty much put into any deck. Next up on the list is Coat of Arms. This is the 7th edition version of the card, up 79.31% from $15.08 to $27.04, seeing new all-time highs. Now, this is printed in a ton of various sets, and it sees a lot of play in Commander, which is where it shines the most, and obviously Commander Tribal, most recently a Sliver Overlord deck, and Slivers have been very hyped up recently. There is a cheaper copy of Coat of Arms on the market. Cheapest I could find was 9th edition for about $10.37. Ramirez Di Pietro. This is a Legends card, up 87.31% from $11.74 to $21.99, seeing new all-time highs. Now, this card isn't used in any decks at all, but remember, it is a card from Legends, which is one of the Four Horsemen sets, and those sets are going up on the market. Next up is a reserveless card. Finally, we got one reserveless card on this list here today, and it's Mangara's Tome from Mirage. Now, this is up 87.61% from $7.99 to $14.99, seeing a targeted buyout. It does see a bit of play in Commander, most recently in a Chainer Dementia Master deck right now. Okay, and the next card on the list we have is Brood Sliver, another Sliver. Slivers are just so hot right now. This is up 111% from $9.45 to $19.99, seeing new all-time highs now. A lot of Slivers were going up as well just because of the fact that we're seeing more hype from Time Spiral Remastered, and if you can see here, this is a sliver that's utilized in a lot of Commander decks. Okay, the next on the list is Strip Mine again. This is a different art though. This is the one that has a little tower on the side there. This is the Antiquities version up 120% from $79.97 to $176. And yes, of course, it sees play in the same decks that I mentioned before with the other Strip Mines. Obviously, Golo Stacks and Sultai Midrange is where it sees the most play. Chain of Smog is our first card on the list. This is Onslaught number 1, up 3,596% from 50 cents to 1848, and it actually does see a lot of play in Tegrid, God of Fright, and also Tiny Bone, Trinket Thief decks, and Commander. But if there's any other reason for this going up, please let me know in the comments down below. Okay, I wanted to go over some slivers that have been going up, and like slivers, they've been rising with the tide as you have some hype from the slivers being released in Time Spiral Remastered. Starting this list off here with Bone Scythe Sliver. This is from Magic 2014, up 14% from $8 to $9.12. This is a fantastic sliver that gives all your slivers double strike. So it's one of those slivers you drop it onto the battlefield, and then you can pretty much win in the game if you just swing in with everyone, depending on how many slivers you have on the board. Next up is Sliver Overlord. This is one of the sliver commanders. This is the one from Scourge. It was printed 2 other times after this, one in the Sliver Premium foil deck and also as a Secret Lair card. This is at 15% from $39.99 to $45.99. This is not a surprise because on the list here today with all the other slivers we've mentioned and covered, some of the reasons for them going up was because they were in Commander decks that use Sliver Overlord as the commander itself. Okay, and the last one we're going to talk about is Sliver Hive Lord from Magic 2015. Absolutely powerful, just so powerful card. It gives all your slivers indestructible. Enough said. Like you have this card in your deck, and good luck trying to take you off the board. This is up 16.67% from $29.99 to $34.99, and obviously this is going up because of Commander, but also because we just got all those slivers reprinted in Time Spiral Remastered, getting people hyped back into slivers. Okay, now final thoughts on the market. We are still seeing some slivers on here today, and they are very hot because of Time Spiral Remastered and all the reprints, which is weird because slivers don't really get a lot of reprints. They're almost like reserve list cards, but because of Time Spiral Remastered, and then, you know, more recently, apart from that, was like the one copy we got from a Secret Lair, and then even before that, the last time we saw any sliver reprints was actually just the foil premium deck series one, so that's weird. We only had one reserve list card on this list, so there is a lot of reserve list exhaustion going on right now, but that's not a surprise. It's just been so hot recently that, you know, you just can't keep that going forever. But eventually reserve list cards are going to be back on the rise again in the near future, I imagine, because of stimulus checks and other reasons, like they're just so collectible. Okay, anyways, I am done for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your comments down below on the market, and I do make these videos Monday to Friday. So with that being said, I will see you tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of your day. Being a patron will help me produce more market movers and add to the funds that I will use for my random buys, and also to my coffee fund, because I drink a lot of coffee for these videos. And here you can see a link below in the description that will give you all the tiers and what you get in each tier. So I hope you guys click and think about joining. And with that, I'll see you next video. Think about supporting the channel in that way. If not, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I will see you again in the next video.